Okay. Hey everybody, it's Tara Green here. Hope you all can see me. I am Agent 129 of the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. I'm not on the main page for some reason. I'm on the dashboard. So please come on and say hi. I'm just trying to see if you can see me on the phone here as well. So come on and say hi. Can you guys see me? I can see myself live. Where is everybody else here? Please come on and say hi. For some reason, this doesn't seem to be on the regular page. Yeah. So can everybody see me? I'm going to wait a minute. I'm on the dashboard. I guess I should be back at the main page. Hold on a second. I don't want to leave the page, but I can't see everybody. Let's see. Can people see me? Can you come on and see me and say hi here? It says I've got a too low FPS. That happens before. Oh, hi there. Okay, now I can see you. Okay, so hi everybody. I'm Agent 129, Tara Green, up here in Toronto, Canada. Welcoming you to October Astrology and Tarot Card Preview. We got way more lighting here. I hope it looks a little bit better. I thought it looked a bit dark last time. So please let me know where you are. I can see the comments now. Let me know what country you're from. You know, the Cosmic Intelligence Agency is an organization of international astrologers. I don't know why I can't see myself on the phone, though. It should be live here. Can everybody see me okay and hear me okay? That's what I want to know. Let's see. Okay. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? All right. It says there's 10 viewers there. Okay, so I'm going to wait a little bit more until it didn't seem to come on automatically, which seems to make a difference. So I had to go on live myself. So I'm just going to wait. Okay, there you go. Can see somebody saying they're from Maine Coast. That's very nice. Hi, welcome, welcome. So I do have a bit of a cold, so if I sound a little bit stuffed up, it's because of that. I had to cancel this from last night to tonight because I really wasn't feeling so good yesterday. Okay, I keep getting this warning about not enough speed or power or something like that. So how's everybody doing today? Yes, October. I don't know how we got to the 10th month already, but we're here, even though October means 8, but you know. So what I'm going to do is, if you haven't been here before, what I do is I'm going to do the astrology news, go through all of the details of all of the aspects, and there's a lot of them for October, and then I will pull tarot cards for each sign. And I've got 2 decks here. I've got my Thoth Tarot, and I've got the Rider-Waite-Smith, my large teaching tarot deck as well. And I will smudge everybody, which I usually do too. So I'm going to smudge everybody to indicate that we're kind of going into a sacred, cosmic, stellar space here. Okay. All right. So, okay. So let's get started with October. Now, yesterday, there was a Mercury Cazimi with Mercury at the heart of the sun at 8 degrees of Libra. And today, we are getting ready for that big new moon solar eclipse. But of course, there's all that other stuff going on in the sky. Everybody's heard about that rare comet that only comes around once every 80,000 years that I think people have been capturing pictures of. You could probably watch it live online. And also that mini moon, which is really a little teeny thing that's 33 feet wide. I think even NASA has gone into cosmic clickbait there. But anyway, I don't know if you can see that, but traditionally comets and eclipses were harbingers of bad news, of disasters, of deaths of leaders and royals, and of course, poor King Charles. I hope he's okay. And of course, you know, Donald Trump, like him or not, you know, they keep trying to kill him too, and he's a leader. So, and other leaders as well. So, always remember tomorrow on the new moon, the solar eclipse at 10 plus degrees of Libra. It's at 11:49 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 2:49 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 7:49 p.m. GMT. We will not see it here in North America. I'm up here in Toronto, Canada, but it will be visible from Easter Island, which is named for, one of the newer planets, Make, is named for an indigenous Easter Island god, and so it's interesting that it'll be visible from that place. Kind of makes make more feasible there in a way. So it's an annular ring of fire, not a total one. Again, if you have planets, I use very tight degrees with eclipses. If you have planets, I'd say from 8 to 12 even degrees Libra, then you're personally affected by it. I mean, in general, any planets, 8 to 12, you can give it a bit of a wider um, orb there as well of all the cardinal signs. So that's like, say, 10 degrees Aries, Cancer, Capricorn. You will be personally affected by the eclipse. Also, it's conjunct to two fixed stars, one called Porrima, which is the Roman name for prophecy. So you want to tune up your antennas. Never manifest on any lunar or solar eclipses because any energy you put out is magnified 100,000 times at a lunar eclipse. And again, traditionally, pregnant women shouldn't go out under eclipses and things like that. So you're just supposed to say prayers and put out good intentions for the world. So even a basic mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, or any kind of, blessings, loving kindness to the world, that would be a great thing to do during the eclipse. So of course, it's all about relationships and justice and harmony and peace. And it is a south nodal eclipse. So you want to release the past of being too nice. Lilith is conjunct to the eclipse. She's one of my go-to goddesses. She never compromises. So that Libran, they have this reputation about being superficial these days, or they want to people please too much. It can't do that anymore. So letting go of old relationship karmic ties is very important right now. And of course, Libra is the scales of the goddess Ma'at. In the tarot, it is number 8 in some decks, number 11 in the others. This is the ancient Egyptian goddess Ma'at scales of justice, where she weighed your heart against her ostrich feather. And if your heart was heavier than her feather, then you had to come back to earth until your heart was light enough. And I love that story. Also, if you go on my blog, I've written the 42 things you're supposed to say to Mott when you get to the underworld to kind of confess your sins. All right, so October the 4th, next aspect. Venus trine Saturn in Pisces. That's a nice, positive, serious, karmic aspect as well. You could meet your soulmate on that day. Remember, Venus is in Scorpio. So things are very intense, underworldly, a lot of the dirt coming out, of course, about the Diddy and the sex trafficking and money laundering and all that stuff. But that's also Pluto at the last degree of Capricorn. So Venus, 10:04 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 1:04 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 6:04 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. That's a reflection of there was just a Mars-Saturn trine as well. So sexy Venus and Scorpio can be extremely telepathic, even empathetic at this point. So you can have your laser X-ray vision on right now. On the 5th, Mercury in Libra squares Mars in Cancer. Again, that's kind of can be a family feud kind of energy. 11:37 p.m. PDT, October the 6th at 2:37 a.m. EDT, 7:37 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Libra wants peace negotiations. Mars and Cancer might be too defensive or just passive aggressive or things like that, right? So trying to calm the savage beast is what comes to mind. Okay, there's a lot of quincunxes these months. Quincunxes or inconjuncts are when planets are not seeing each other. They're in totally different elements. They're 150 degrees apart. There's a lot of those this month. So again, watch out for your blind spots, just like parallel parking, which some people hate doing. So the sun quincunxes or inconjuncts Saturn and Pisces on the 6th, 11:28 p.m. PS Pacific Standard Time, 2:28 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 2:28 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 7:28 p.m. GMT. It's like one side doesn't hear the other, what is the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing kind of thing. October the 8th, Venus trines Mars. That's a very beautiful romantic aspect. The two lovers archetypally, 3:22 a.m. PDT, 2:22 a.m. EDT, 1:22 a.m. GMT. Very great romantic energy. If you want to make any love potions, you want to put out some things. Remember, Mars rules Scorpio. Venus is in detriment in Scorpio, but they're kind of helping each other at the moment, right? Now, Mercury also trines. It's a big trine day, October the 8th. Mercury trines Jupiter. That's a very good for putting your thinking cap on. It's very good for writing, for brainstorming, for all of that kind of thing. Again, that's 5:23 a.m. PDT, 8:23 a.m. EDT. Okay. Mercury opposes Chiron at 7:36 a.m. Also on that same day, PDT, 10:36 a.m. EDT, 3:36 p.m. GMT. It's kind of can be very defensive. There could be some battle strategies going on there. On October the 9th, Jupiter stations retrograde. So Jupiter is going to start to backtrack. Remember that planets, when they're stationary in the sky, are very powerful. Whether they're moving from forward to backwards, they are at their most powerful. And Jupiter, the great benefic, right? Even though, again, weak in Gemini, still brings lots of benefits, especially for those Geminis. So Jupiter stationing retrograde, 12:05 a.m. PDT, 3:05 a.m. EDT, 8:05 a.m. GMT, at the midpoint of Saturn, Neptune. So things might be very fuzzy and confusing. Saturn is reality, Neptune is unreality. Jupiter is going to be retrograde until February the 4th, 2025. So that's a long time to retract your words or go over any miscommunications. Decide what you want to do. A lot of time to flip-flop, I would say, deciding what you're doing. Jupiter in the Gemini is like the third house, communications, writing, edit anything. Okay. On the 10th, Venus in Scorpio quincunxes stationary Jupiter in Gemini. Again, can be some underhanded, mean, old shadow work. Anytime shadows come up, that can be a good time for you to work with it. That's 8:44 a.m. PDT, 11:44 a.m. EDT, 4:44 p.m. GMT. Venus quincunx Chiron in Aries. 9:57 a.m. PDT, 12:57 p.m. EDT, 5:57 p.m. GMT. Difficult challenges in communicating. Okay, and then on the 11th, Mercury quincunxes Uranus at 1:11 p.m. EDT, but this can be very good for cryptocurrency. Okay, now, October the 11th, Pluto stations direct. Okay, so after moving backwards since the summer, Pluto stations at 5:34 p.m. PDT, 8:34 p.m. EDT, and on the 12th at 1:34 a.m. GMT. Again, Pluto's extra powerful. Pluto hasn't budged an inch. It's sticking at 29 degrees. It's Pluto's last stand to finish off what it started in 2008, which was, of course, subprime mortgage crash. So I've been predicting the market crashing. Sorry, is my cold. And so, yeah, we have we have yet to get there till Pluto leaves Capricorn finally for 248 years on November the 19th. So hold tight and be prepared. Also, I want to mention one more thing. In the US, there's going to be some big dock workers strike going on October the 1st, which can disrupt all the ports. And again, remember all this water stuff. And then the eclipse also has asteroid Helene, and there was just this big, really disastrous hurricane in the eastern coast of the US, right? Okay, so sending those people blessings. All right. Pluto stationing direct can be a good time to, again, do some really deep inner work there. Think about what's been going on in your life for the last 16 years. That's a long time, okay? Now, October the 12th, Mercury in conjunct Neptune, 5:41 a.m. PDT, 8:41 a.m. EDT, 1:41 p.m. GMT. Can be a confusing relationship issues in your dreams. So pay attention to your dreams, especially with Pluto at 29 Capricorn and Neptune at 28, 29. It's moving back to 27, but they're still in a sextile. And sextiles are good. It's like harvesting all that, dream imagery. All right. On the 13th, Mercury squares Pluto, 7:03 a.m. PDT, 10:03 a.m. EDT, 3:03 p.m. GMT. This is battles of words here, okay? So watch what you say, okay? Because there could be lawsuits. Mercury at the last degree of Libra, also relationship issues, so be careful what you say. Also, Mercury enters Scorpio on the 13th at 12:23 p.m. PDT, 3:23 p.m. EDT, 8:13 p.m. GMT. So that let the deep investigations into all that sex trafficking, money laundering, deep dives. It's a good time to read horror movies, watch horror movies, make a horror movie, write a script about a horror movie. Do your own investigations into whatever family secrets there are as well. Could be also inheritance issues, tax issues, things like that. On the 13th, Mars squares Chiron at 1:36 p.m. PDT, 4:36 p.m. EDT, 9:36 p.m. GMT at 21 degrees Cancer, Aries until the end of the month. So again, this is really working with your armor, taking off the armor, that's a good one. October 13th, Sun opposes Chiron. More of this working with your inhibitions, Sun, lots of Chiron energy there. 7:28 p.m. PDT, 10:28 p.m. EDT, and on the 14th at 3:28 p.m. GMT. And then the 13th is one of the best days of the year. The Sun trines Jupiter at 4:52 a.m. GMT. Sorry, Sun trines Jupiter on the 13th at 8:52 p.m. PDT, 11:52 p.m. EDT, and on the 14th, the Sun trines Jupiter at 4:52 a.m. GMT. That's a very great favorable aspect. So you want to buy a lottery ticket. It's a good thing. Good for all the air signs. Good for Aquarius too. All right. On the 14th, the Sun squares Mars. Again, battles. This could be more war news in the world, I'm sorry to say. Sun square Mars, 1:15 p.m. PDT, 4:15 a.m. EDT, 9:15 a.m. GMT. We're at the middle of the month there. October the 14th, Venus opposes Uranus, 3:22 p.m. PDT, 6:22 p.m. EDT, 11:22 p.m. GMT. Good for crypto. Good for investigating anything new, different. In your love life, can be a need for freedom. Again, you want to break out of that old rut, you want to have more of an open relationship. That's Venus opposite Uranus. On the 15th, again, one of the best days of the year, Venus trine Neptune can be a bit confusing, foggy, but very empathetic, very compassionate, very telepathic. So this is a time to project, get your friends together and project. You're the fly on the wall. 5:49 p.m. PDT, 8:49 p.m. EDT. And then it would be on the 16th at 1:49 a.m. GMT. Very romantic, ideal, and dreamy. Practice dream recall and dreaming together or dreaming of your future soulmate. On the 17th, the full moon's at 24 Aries at 4:26 a.m. PDT, 7:26 a.m. EDT, 11:26 a.m. GMT, and also Venus sextiles Pluto at 29 degrees. Again, this is very powerful. So this could be some big financial crash issues on that day. 5:30 a.m. PDT, 8:30 a.m. EDT, 1:30 p.m. GMT. On the 17th, Venus enters Sagittarius. I will be doing a collective reading, yes, one by one after I get through all this. Venus enters Sag, so it's a good time for Sagittarians. Gotta love those Sages. Very honest, very truth-telling, very forthright. I'm a Sag. 12:28 p.m. PDT. Whoops, sorry. 3:28. Sorry, I've got my phone just went off here. Venus enters Sag. Sorry. 12:28 p.m. PDT. 3:28 p.m. EDT. 8:28 p.m. GMT. On the 18th, the Sun quincunxes Uranus again. So this is very chaotic energy. I'm not going to go through all the times now. And on the 19th, 7:40 GMT, high in Alabama. October the 19th, Sun quincunx Uranus. Got that. October the 20th. Sorry, I've got that again there. Okay, Mercury trines Saturn on the 21st. That's good for creative writing. 2:35 a.m. EDT, 7:35 a.m. GMT. Sun squares Pluto. That's a big one. Sun squaring Pluto's big power struggles. Okay, on the 22nd, 7:15 a.m. PDT, 10:15 a.m. EDT, 3:15 p.m. GMT. I know it may be boring for the people that want to get on with the tarot stuff, but I want to give you all the lowdown. Okay, so Sun enters Scorpio on the 22nd, 3:15 p.m. PDT, 6:15 p.m. EDT, 11:15 p.m. GMT. So we're going into the darkest time of the year, the most feminine yin time of the year as well, receptive. This is when in the northern hemisphere here, we're going to start to go to sleep and start to hibernate. Of course, in the southern hemisphere, you're just getting into spring. On the 23rd, Moon opposes Pluto for the last time in 248 years in Capricorn. Thought I wanted to note that one. Thanks very much for Moon opposite Pluto in Capricorn. October 24th, Mars sextiles Uranus, 5:13 p.m. PDT, 8:13 p.m. EDT, 1:13 p.m. GMT. It's good for renovations, innovations, freedom, and good for crypto as well. October the 26th, Mercury in conjunct Chiron in Aries. And on the 27th at 7:24 p.m. PDT. On the 27th, Mercury quincunx Jupiter in Gemini, 4:50 a.m. EDT. On the 28th, Mars trines Neptune. That's a very nice make a big wish energy, 5:31 a.m. PDT, 8:31 a.m. EDT. And on the 29th at 1:31 a.m. GMT, Mars trine Neptune. That's a good one. Okay, make big wishes. On the 28th, a heavy day, Venus squares Saturn at 6:35 a.m. PDT, 9:35 a.m. EDT, 2:35 p.m. GMT. This can be good. I like Venus and Saturn for making, serious contracts, for making big commitments, things like that. On the 30th, Mercury opposes Uranus at 3:15 p.m. PDT, 6:15 p.m. EDT, 11:15 p.m. GMT. Mercury opposite Uranus, again, very unusual communication. So it could be hackers, computers crashing, internet could be down even under that energy, because you're dealing with Scorpio Taurus energy. So some undercover, underworldly kind of thing, could be big money. Again, crypto kind of news there as well. On the 31st, Mercury trines Neptune at 5:33 p.m. PDT, 8:33 p.m. EDT. And on November the 1st at 1:33 a.m. GMT. So that's the energy of Halloween there. Halloween occurs on a new moon with the moon in Scorpio. So it's going to be a very, very Halloweeny Halloween. Mercury trine Neptune. So very bewitching. Put out your big love spells, your big spells, whatever it is that you want to do there. Okay, now, so let's get down to the tarot card reading. So if you haven't been here before, what I do is I take my cards and I will shuffle them really well, using my special special crystal as well, which I'm just smudging right now. And I will pull a card for each sign. Okay, so starting with Aries, you have to be patient. Starting with Aries and moving through Aquarius. So I'm going to start with my Thoth tarot deck here, and then I'm going to pick an extra card to help you. Okay, so Aries. Okay, let's go with Aries. So remember, Aries, that wherever Mars is, that's where you're taking your direction from. Okay, all right, so Aries. Okay, you get the number 20 here. This is one of the three major, what they call mother letter cards in the tarot. It is called the Aeon in this deck, which means the new age. So when this deck was created in the, channeled in the early 1900s, it was showing a new age coming. Okay, now the Aeon is traditionally judgment. So this is Judgment Day. Don't panic. It's not real Judgment Day. It is a release from your own judgments. It is a new beginning. And it is a rebirth, Aries. Okay. So you got to remember to start anew. It also can be inner child work as well. This is the child god Horus being reborn as well. Any new project is good to do. So it's like the dead rise again. That's what it's all about. Aries love that kind of energy because they're always forward and restless. Okay, so now Aries, we're going to give you an extra big, and everybody gets an extra big helping card here today. So Aries, oh, there, you get the same card. Okay, good. The magic is working. All right. So again, this is the Judgment card. If you do the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith card, this is the Judgment card. This is the traditional version of that card. So you get double judgment. I guess it's kind of like double jeopardy. Maybe not. Okay. So Taurus. Let's get on with Taurus. All right. So Taurus, let's see what you have here. Let me take off my glasses there. Okay, Taurus. Taurus. Okay, you get the card of the sun here. So the number 19, the highest energy card in the deck, Taurus, it is your turn to shine in October. So whatever it is you feel joy about, what brings you happiness, what helps you to spread your golden light, your good taste, your benevolence, maybe give to some charities. Taurus likes money, but it might be a good time to give to some charities. But it's joyful, it's happy. It's like the two little kids shining on the mount of joy there. So Taurus, just shine bright like a diamond. Okay. So Taurus, let's give you an extra card here as well. So this is good for Taurus sun, of course, for your moon, for your rising sign, for any planets you have in Taurus. You can also use that as well. Okay, you get the Hierophant. Now, this is the card of Taurus, actually. So this kind of also brings in that nice energy. You know, the sun rules Leo, actually, Taurus, fixed signs here. So this is your own sign, Taurus, the Hierophant, the number 5 in the tarot. Speaking your truth, maybe spreading some golden wisdom to other people. Okay. All right. So Gemini. So Gemini, this is your big year, of course, going into 2025 with Jupiter in your sign here. So Jupiter, let's see what you get. You get the Lovers. Again, this is the card of Gemini. So this is really good. So relationship issues, not just the eclipse in Libra, which is very good for Geminis, but your own relationship, finding balance, finding love, finding communications, finding a balanced way to approach things. Can be your family, can be friends, can be children, whatever. Maybe you need to redo your vows, find some common ground, maybe lighten up a bit. This is Gemini energy, pretty light. So the Lovers is good. So if you're looking for a relationship, this is a good energy to do this under, and doing what you love. Gemini is the third house. This has to do with siblings, short travels, again, communications, writing, write some project that you've always been wanting to work on. All right, and then Gemini. Let's give you an extra card here. Okay, you get the Hermit. Wow, time seems to be going really weird on this broadcast today. Okay, so you get the Hermit. So this is the finishing touches, Gemini. So this is Virgo energy. So, Gemini and Virgo both have the same thing in common. They're both ruled by the planet Mercury. So Virgo, this is whatever you start, the project that you love to do, you have to finish. Whatever love you wanted to give or you committed to, you have to complete. Now that doesn't mean traditionally the Lovers is marriage, but it can be business even, but this means you have to complete, finish, or put the finishing touches, or pay attention to the details, Gemini, not just gloss over the information. Put the finishing touches, do your taxes, do the numbers, run the budgets, get the project that you love in on budget. If it's a film project, whatever this is, get the budget done. And your health. This also relates to your health, Gemini. All right, so Cancer. Cancers. Let's see what Cancers have. So, please, I'd like to see your comments there. Please comment there. So Cancer, you get the card of Justice here. So again, this is Libra. This relates to the eclipse. Again, relates to your balance in your family, to being a peacemaker, to taking the higher ground, I would say. Any justice issues that you have going on, Cancer, you may have to wait for the judgment to come in, and also stop expecting negative outcomes. I think this is a big thing with Cancer. They can get into fear, they can get into paranoia sometimes. Justice, balance, or declaring your love, making a commitment. This is Libra. Finding inner peace. You're probably busy running around trying to do that for everybody else. Finding inner peace. What brings you peace, Cancer? Okay. Being the go-between, the ambassador, waving the white flag, all of that kind of stuff, right? Libra's ruled by Venus. So doing something nice for yourself as well. Cancerians. Okay. So again, remember that all full moons affect Cancers the most. And you get the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is like Jupiter. So next year, Jupiter will be in your sign. But this is good. This is optimistic. Stay positive. The wheel is turning. I would say buy a lottery ticket. This is about feeling good. This is about expressing goodwill. It's like being like Santa Claus, being jovial. That's Jupiter, having a sense of humor about things. Yeah, don't worry so much, Cancer. All right. All right. So Leos. Now, Leos have to get ready, of course, because Pluto is going to get ready to finally make that commitment to being an Aquarius for the next 20 years. But right now, Leo, you may be feeling a bit lost in the fog. You've got the card of the moon here. So for Leo, this is the sign of Pisces. Now, because Neptune is at 27, 28, 29 Pisces, and Capricorn is at 29 Pisces, they make an inconjunct to people who were born in the last, I would say, let's do this very tightly, 5 days of Leo. Okay, so you might be feeling this pressure coming at you really heavy. This is, I'm lost. I don't know which end is up. This is a total test of your faith. Leo, you have to have faith that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. Also, this is connected to the royal star Regulus, which is now moved to 0 Virgo. But this is a test of your faith. So you may be going through what's called the dark night of the soul. And so even though it's hard, even though it may feel like you're being tested and your whole world is falling apart, this is the really necessary ego death for you to rise again. This is Pisces energy. This is about giving it up. It's about stop trying to control. You cannot really control anything. Okay. So the more you surrender, it might be time to go to AA for your addictions, whatever addictions they are as well. Ask for forgiveness. Okay, Leo, ask for forgiveness for those you might have hurt in the past when you were unconscious, but now you're coming to full consciousness. All right, so Leo, you get the Empress. All right, the Empress, this is Venus. And so Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, harmony, the arts, she's the pregnant woman. So if you've been trying to get pregnant, this is a very good sign for you. If you want to give birth to something new, then trust that it's already in process. You've already conceived that project, relationship, whatever it is. Venus sends you money, many, many blessings. Okay. So you have to trust this. Also, it may be that you need to be a fairy godmother, Leo, to somebody else, and help them out in their project. This can be like a hidden, giving someone money, All right. So Virgo, let's see what Virgos have here now. All right. So Virgo, you get the Tower. Okay. So the number 16 here, the Tower is Mars energy. And so Virgo, this can be a big shocking revelation. I find the Tower can be very positive. In fact, it's usually seen as destructive. Yes, it was what happened on 9/11 in the US, of course, very literally. The Tower of your ego, the Tower of your faulty plans or what you constructed that wasn't built on a firm foundation. Virgo, it's all going to come apart. But this can be a good thing. It can be a cleansing thing. And it may be that you need to do a drastic cleansing. Virgos are always worried about their health. It can be something hidden and unseen that you're not seeing right now, but that will wake you up. This is definitely all the cards have a positive intention. This is one of the stages you need to go through to take things apart. And Virgos love to take things apart. They're very meticulous about that. Something may shock you that you find out in your research, maybe something that you didn't know about someone. It could be something on that level, a big revelation, a big epiphany. I like to call this the epiphany card. Okay, so Virgo, the Tower. Okay. Can be just, another major cleansing and cleaning. You like to do that. Okay, so Virgo, you get the card of the Sun here. Okay, so again, even though things may seem to be falling apart and chaotic and crazy, there's a positive intention. The sun is there. The sun is guiding you. These are very energetic planets, Mars, the sun, again, there can be a sense of you have to go through that stage to come full circle. So the sun, just trust that the sun is always shining, stay positive, stay on the sunny side of the street. Okay, so Libra. Now, of course, the solar eclipse is in your sign. Do not panic. Again, all these things come to help us out. Now, the eclipse last happened in 2006. So you got to think about what you were doing in 2006. Libra. So you get the card of the Hierophant here. Hi from Pittsburgh. Card of the Hierophant. Now, this is also Taurus energy, also ruled by Libra. So again, Venus and Scorpio right now. Speak your truth, Libra. Okay, don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. This could also mean having positive boundaries. It's also reevaluating things. Venus is about values. It can be, you need to stand up and speak your truth, even if somebody else isn't there to listen, because you need to bring a finality. You need to flush out those old relationships, those old toxic relationships that are holding you back. Cut those karmic ties. I advise people to write a list of everything you want to let go of and then burn it on the eclipse. Okay, burn it on the eclipse so that the ashes can rise to the heavens like air, Libra energy. Okay, So really speak your truth. Don't be afraid to be very stubborn, strong. You have Taurus energy, grounded. Stick to your guns there, Libra. Okay. All right. So Libras, let's give you an extra. Hi, Sun and Moon in Libra. Let's give you an extra card here as well. You get the Tower again. So don't be afraid to blow it all up. Okay. Really, in effect, you have to be that tough. You have to stand your ground. Hello from North Borneo. Wow. Okay. Welcome, welcome. So, you have to be able to stand your ground, Libra. Don't be afraid to blow it up because that's the only way to really clear the decks, okay? Your mind might be blown by what happens, actually. It can be an incredibly cleansing experience, okay? All right. So, Scorpio. Now, Venus in your sign right now. Scorpio, Venus, you might be extra intense. You get the Chariot here. So the number 7, the Chariot, is another water sign. It is Cancer. So this is about paying attention to your home, issues with your mother, issues with your family or children, or fertility issues. I tend to do a lot of fertility readings for women these days. So where you are living is very much your home, where you need to feel safe. So if you're looking for housing, this might be a good opportunity to go looking for that with Venus and Scorpio. There may be money, there may be support for you. Also, making sure you have some good, strong boundaries. Scorpio Venus doesn't usually have trouble with that, but it could be protection for other children. It might be that you want to help people that are going through all the flooding that just happened, very literally, in the States. You want to give to some charity. You want to be beneficial. So Scorpio, so not thinking about yourself. It's about mothering and nurturing other people. But again, protecting yourself from any toxic relationships with women, bosses, again, mother, daughter, even stuff. Okay, so Scorpio, let's give you an extra card here as well. You get the card of Temperance here. So again, the Temperance Angel, a very nice card here, the number 14. It's traditionally also, I like to call it the card of alchemy. So one thing becoming another. So very much that sense of empathy. Cancer, Scorpio can be too controlling issues. So balance out. Put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Venus and Scorpio, you want what you want too much. Could be too much power. This is saying definitely balance it out. Chill out a bit, Venus and Scorpio. Okay, Venus is going to enter Sag anyway very soon. So, okay. All right, so Sagittarius. There's a Sun in Sag, Moon in Scorpio person. Okay, I have that as well. Okay, so you get the Wheel of Fortune here, Sagittarius. Okay, so the number 10, the Wheel of Fortune, is Jupiter, your ruling planet. So this should be a good month for you. Sagittarius, things are moving ahead very quickly. Wheel is turning. This is about justice. This is about new learning curve, very much a new learning curve, optimism, buy the lottery ticket, spread the joy. Bring some good humor. We all need to remember to have some humor around these crazy times. That's Sagittarius' job, good humor. So definitely, you want to plan any travels. This is a time to do it. Plan some travels. Sagittarians always want to get out of town, want the adventures. You want to change your job. You want to change the way you're seen in the world. This would definitely be the time to do it, Sagittarius. All right. So now, let's give you an extra card here. You get the card of Strength here, Sagittarius. So again, this is like Leo energy. And of course, it's another fire sign. So play to your strengths. This is about the heart. Leo rules the heart. The woman here is always holding the jaws of the lion open. She commands the animal instinct. So this is about rising above your lower instincts, which Sagittarius tends to be a little wild. We all know that. I have the Sun and Moon in Sag. We are centaurs. We are partly wild. We forget that other signs are a little more civilized than us. So admitting that truth, Sagittarius, gives you more strength, but you can also control those baser instincts, okay? Also, you may need to be stepping up your energy, your firepower to help somebody else here at this point. Okay, so Capricorn. I'm going to pick up my lighter. Okay, Capricorns, I guess you're on fire, but I'm not going to light the cards on fire here. So Capricorn, again, you're almost finished the 16-year trial, okay? You got one more month to go. You get the Death card here. Now, this is Pluto. Nobody panic. Scorpio energy. So whatever, this is the last of the last. You better clean up your closet, clean up your dirt, clean up your whatever it is you've been hiding, whatever nefarious, the underworld. Pluto rules the underworld. It's going to be very different when Pluto settles into Aquarius. So all the underworldly shadows, all the control issues, all the dirt, you have to be careful that the dirt doesn't come up and get you. Better to be honest, whether do your own cleaning yourself. So this can also be money, financial success, Scorpio, moving your money around. Taking command, not fearing death, not fearing change. The more we accept that change is the name of the game, the better, the less painful it is. But there may be literal death. I'm sorry to say that in your life. That's what Pluto does. Relationship deaths, whatever it is that need to die, it's better to be there with it, to help the death, help the death transition to the other side. So like being a midwife for the soul, Capricorn. All right. So Capricorn, let's see what else you get here. You get the Chariot. Okay, so again, this is number 7. This is a sign of Cancer. Ironically, death, all the water signs relate to birth, conception, the womb. Cancer is the nurturing. So when you let go of something, when you let it die, something new can be born. The Chariot is also about being in the driver's seat. Traditionally, it is about V for victory. Also, November the 5th, V for victory. What do you have to celebrate? What do you have to be gracious for? This is also about family. So any changes in the family, you maybe have to step up to be the leader, to be in the driver's seat here. Again, about nurturing. Remember to have your feelings come up. Capricorns are actually very, very emotional. They are the sea goat. So letting your feelings come up, that helps the catharsis. Catharsis is a good word for that. All right, so Aquarius. Okay, so I guess you're all waiting. You got the countdown clock going till November the 19th, so you're totally in vogue. All right, so Aquarius, you get the card number 21 here, the universe or the world. This is an end of a cycle, major cycle. It's about taking responsibility before you step into a brand new stage. So this is Saturn energy. Now, Saturn rules Capricorn and it rules Aquarius, so it's just transitioning from one sign to the next. It's transitioning from a cardinal, earthy, practical, hardworking, traditional, patriarchal sign into a much more modern, social, structured, freedom-loving, revolutionary, airy, heady, intellectual communication sign. So you got to finish up, Aquarius, whatever you've been doing for the last while to get ready for the new. So this is about taking responsibility for creating everything in your life, Aquarius, and then going, I'm free. And that's Aquarius's middle name is freedom, okay? So this is a good thing. You're growing up. You're being much more responsible. Okay, so Aquarius. You get the world. Now this is, again, the second time that the 2 cards have come up, just like in the beginning. Okay, both cards are the world. They're just 2 different variations of them there. All right, so the world, again, the naked woman represents the soul or the anima in psychology. It means this is how you came into the world. You come into the world naked, you leave the world naked. So not being afraid to be all that you are, or join a nudist club or, just bear it all. Bear it all, take responsibility, clean up your act, get ready to step into the new Aquarius. Okay, so now we're at Pisces. Okay. All right, so Pisces, you get the Hangman. Now, this card, even though the 3 major letter cards, the Fool, the Hangman, and the number 20, Judgment, are these 3 specific, what they call mother letter cards. And they are not, traditionally, there is no modern or transpersonal Uranus, Neptune, Pluto connected to the tarot cards. Some people do attribute them to different cards. This one is most obviously Neptunian because it's about letting go. It's about surrender. It's about not being the martyr. It's about not being the scapegoat. It's about letting go of things you cannot control. It's about not taking the blame. It's about not buying into the guilt. This is very Pisces themes here. It's about surrender. So wherever you have Pisces energy, whether it's your sun, your moon, your rising sign, your north node, your angles, whatever you have, Venus in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, people are having their first Saturn return with Saturn in Pisces. You don't take the blame. There's certain things you can take responsibility for and some you cannot. And in fact, you have to give it up to God, basically, whatever God you believe in, the great mystery. Give it up, also facing your addictions, not being martyred to any of that. Okay. So let it go, Pisces. Again, this is a good time to let it go there with Neptune at that last degree. All right. And you get the star, Pisces. So the number 17 here, the star, is a very beautiful card. It's about wishing on a star. Now, the sun is a star. All the things that are going through the solar system right now, comets, they would have been seen as stars. The planets were called wandering stars. But this is about making wishes, hopes, and dreams come true, Pisces. So as you let go of being that martyr, you get to really wish on a star. And this is Aquarius energy. So Pisces, it's kind of like taking it higher. It is about imagining that you are the star that you are and really bringing down your cosmic wisdom, really being that channel, that funnel. This is what we need, really, that higher consciousness. Aquarius, I'm going to talk about Aquarius for a minute here just because it is a dual air sign and it is related to the stars. So Uranus, the stars, the goddess Urania, the muse of astrology, astronomy, bringing down the stars. Okay, so Pisces, really trusting the stars, trusting divine timing, dreaming, imagining, connecting to your higher master teachers, the Squanesi and indigenous words they're called, the aliens, the ETs. Maybe you'll have a visitation, actually. Maybe you would remember in your dreams that you've already been connected by ETs, but whatever your wishes, hopes, and dreams are, write them down, put them away on the new moon, especially at the solar eclipse, and send your blessings to everybody else too. All right. So I got through all that. All right. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Hello from Tennessee, sending you love in Tennessee, and everybody. If you want to get a private reading with me, I am at taratarot.com. I'm on here on Facebook on my own page. Please subscribe to the Cosmic Intelligence Agency and do go to their workshops. They have wonderful astrologers on here doing workshops. I want to send you all the best blessings for October. It's quite a ride. And I look forward to being here next month as well. So sending you many, many blessings of the day. Thank you and be well. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, bye-bye until next time.